So what's up, everybody? This is your boy Jonathan, back at it again. So today I wanted to tell you one of my own personal incel stories about myself. And I was an incel on and off for years at a time, and so I understand what you guys are going through. And I just, the reason I changed was because I came out to New York and left San Francisco, California. That's how I changed from being an incel. But so it's a long story, so I might as well start. So here goes. So long story short, I had dated this girl, and she was into, she knew about herself, and she was into all her different fetishes and stuff. So I ended up thinking about my own fetishes, and I kind of liked furry culture, and I liked collecting furry pictures. I never went farther than bikinis and panties, but I love furry art and stuff like that. So, I had made myself a fursona with a fur head. I was a butler bunny, and it was a purple fur head, or a purple bunny head with bunny, mask that fit over my entire head, with like a lime green mohawk and big female glasses for the eyes that covered up the eye holes. So it was pretty insane, and my mom said I looked like I was on acid when I used to wear that. But I only wore it to one party. I'll never forget how I used to dress. I would have this beanie with cat ears that I got off the internet, and I was always wearing these really tight plaid shirts that were either a turquoise or a bright light blue, and used to wear like super skinny jeans and Hollister and Abercrombie and Fitch, or like bright Hawaiian shirts that I do now, or like I would wear party shirts, like I was going to a club all the time. So that's what I used to wear. And then I was at seminary at the same time, so I was learning how to be a Baptist minister, and I would go to class, dressed like a furry, with this beanie with cat ears on, and notebooks with pictures of, furry party advertisements on my notebook. Like, I was really weird. And I would go to seminary, and my mom was like, "What the hell? Like, you're supposed to be studying to be a Baptist minister. Why are you dressed like that?" So long story short, I was at UC Berkeley, and there's tons of girls there, but it's hard to talk to the girls because they don't have places where you can sit and socialize. And so that's where I came up with the idea of flash fantasy. You think about the girl in a sexual nature to turn yourself on. But the problem was didn't actually have a chance to talk to any girls, so I'd just be staring at girls and getting turned on, but wouldn't actually talk to them, and being super creepy because, in UC Berkeley, all the girls are rushing to class. Nobody really sits down and hangs out. Maybe they go and get a meal or something, but they don't really sit in the park or the quad or on the grass. They just rush to class, so you can't really talk to them. So I got really frustrated, and I was dressed like a furry and got really frustrated. And then we were doing this project in seminary where we had to go to church, go to some kind of other church, and kind of take notes on the culture and stuff and what it was about, and then write a paper on it. Talking about the culture and the customs of the church or whatever. So I was like, that's a perfect way to talk to girls, figure that out. So I was like, for sure. So I knew that they had these little, all campuses have these little Christian groups, and especially the Asian Christian groups with the Asian girls are always have a million females in them. So I was like, why not? So imagine this. I was walking around late at night on campus with this beanie with cat ears and looking like a furry, like a weirdo. And then I was I was trying to find the Christian group, and then one night I was walking around, and they had gave me an address, and I got there, and the guy just looked at me. He's like, "How old are you?" And I'm like, I'm like I was like 29 at the time, but I had lied and said I was like 18 or something. And then he just kept asking me these questions. What are you looking for? I'm looking for the church group. What are you looking for? I'm looking for the church group. What are you looking for? What do you want in your life? What do you need in your life? Just being hella annoying. Looking for the church group. So lo and behold, he got on my fucking nerves. So I kind of walked off and then was rooting around looking for it again. Came back to the same spot and it was people just walking up to him. Oh, come join my church group. Come join my church group. But he wouldn't let me in. I was like, really? Just walking around like a nerd. So finally, I think the next day, I finally found out where they were having this big church thing. And so, the Bible study. So, and they were outside having a little outdoor barbecue. And I went there and it was funny because I was only walking around talking to the girls and asking them about the church and saying, oh yeah, I'm with, I have to write a paper on this, that, and the other. Using it to flirt with the girls, right? And I kept seeing dudes try to run up and talk to me. So I was just playing dodge a dude like all day. I'll never forget that shit. A dude would come around, I'd be like, nope. And then like be dodging and weaving and ducking, trying to escape all the dudes. And if you ever been to like an Asian church, oh man, like they really discourage talking to girls. And especially the guy who looks like a weirdo, who's like 29, who's lying about being 18 and has a beanie with cat ears on it. It's like, oh hell no, they're not gonna let you pass. So, they were like following me around and I'd be talking to girls and then see a dude, I gotta go, just dodging them. So finally I sit down for a minute to look at my notes and I just had like a big ass dog paw on top of me of juice. Hey, where are you from? What are you doing here? Like I was playing dodge a dude for like a good hour and finally sat down. And so that was my church experience. And, it was really bad. So I went to, they had a Bible, they had like an international, friendship circle at the church I was at where, international kids come and learn about Jesus and new international kids to this country. And I would talk to the girls there, get their number, and then I'd be like, you want to hang out? No, I'd be like, how was your night? Oh, it was good. You want to hang out? I learned about this, that, and the other. You want to hang out? Oh, and Jesus was this. You want to hang out? Like, I was just nuts. So finally what happened, long story short, tried to do the online game. And with the online game, like in San Francisco, there's not a lot of women coming from practical dating cultures. It's always perfectionist, like Asian and white women. And so I was struggling online, right? And I got so frustrated that no girls were talking to me online that I actually put on the furry head and made a profile and sent out pictures to the women with the furry head. But I was saying like mean misogynistic things like a lot of the incels. Like, let's have sex tonight or something, like with this big bright purple rabbit head on. And I'd be in their DMs. And girls are getting hella mad, and I'm like, okay, I'll stop if somebody gives me some kind of messages. So finally, this ugly white lady, like she was a really, really big, ugly white lady. She said, I'll look at your profile. So I sent her a real profile, and she just tells me, you're not really sexually attractive. And I was a lot skinnier than I was now. I had all the clothes that were in style, all the Hollister and Abercrombie and Fitch on. I was a cute guy, but she was like, you're not very sexually attractive. And that really hurt my feelings, like really, really bad. And then after that, what I did was put up a fake profile as a female to see what all the other guys' competition, and then use that to send out messages, and would send out like 60 messages a day. And one day I posted on Facebook about it. I was like, I'm gonna hit the computer today for 2 hours, send out like 80 messages, wish me luck everybody. And people hopped in my DM on Facebook and they were like, You're so desperate. Why do you keep talking about this? You're not a hot guy. You're not good looking, this, that, and the other. And that really hurt my feelings. So I've been through it, so I know what you guys are going through. So yeah, so that is one of my own personal incel stories. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. I'll get back to you with the comments. All right, I'm out, y'all. Peace.